the new urban agenda focuses on an integrated approach for housing, transportation, economic activities. Therefore, the whole city is prosperous and life is safer and better.
You destroyed 572 houses and then allocated the same land to senators.
The way these houses are, you can imagine somebody can tie so much money there and allow the houses to be wasting for 2, 3 years, 5 years without occupants. It's alarming.
Thanks for tuning in to Housing Development, the TV program that emphasizes on the provision of affordable and quality houses to Nigerians. Today's episode is nothing short of what you're expecting. Most Nigerians live in indecent, informal housing structures with no basic amenities and in deplorable conditions too. Only few own the house that they live in. And here on Housing Development, our advocacy is that Nigerians should have access to affordable and decent houses. I am Flora and join me after the break.
Mentos, there are up to 10 police stations in this town. Just choose the one you like, go there by yourself and arrest yourself. How can I be getting the report that you refused to use the wood I brought to the site because I did not present with Solignum?
Babatunde, that your engineer is not delaying your speed. He's only controlling your speed.
How?
That my papa would have for village. We don't do in Golden Jubilee. If not Solignum with preservative, termite and reptiles for that can do village land.
What do you carry so?
I dey follow my papa Solignum legacy. Because 50 years of good preservation and still counting cannot be wrong.
Oh boy, not true. 50 years of wood preservation with Solignum. It can only do more. I beg, why have you buy Solignum? Make my engineer flow with my speed. You know I like yeah, speed.
But Solignum wood preservative against termite and reptiles is available nationwide. Go carry your own, but your speed continue.
Welcome back. Over the last 30 years, many urban areas in Nigeria have experienced dramatic growth as a result of rapid urbanization and population growth. Poor urban planning in the face of rapid urbanization and the proportion of urban residents who now live in slum conditions are regarded as some major problems confronting many urban areas in Nigeria and other African countries. This special report is on Habitat 3 African Regional Meeting that focus on the priorities for the new urban agenda.
More than half of humanity lives in towns and cities, and this number is growing all the time. 1 out of every 3 people living in these cities in the developing world lives in informal settlement called slums. UN Habitat projects that these numbers will rise to 1.4 billion slum dwellers by 2020 if nothing is done. In order to proffer possible solutions to this tide, the Habitat 3 Africa Regional Meeting took place recently at the International Conference Center, Abuja.
The rate of urbanization, especially in the African continent, is at a very fast rate, and therefore it is going to change the face of the city, the challenges of the city, the population in the cities. And therefore the new urban agenda is being proposed to plan for this increase in urbanization so that the new cities are more prosperous, they are safer, they are inclusive and also sustainable. And therefore the focus is building up better cities for a more prosperous Africa.
Top officials of United Nations Habitat Agencies and African Union, including the UN Secretary General of Habitat 3 Conference, Dr. Joan Claus, Secretary General, United Cities and Local Government of Africa, Jean-Pierre Elong Mbasi, the Minister of Power Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, the host, all participated at the technical section.
Solutions are many, but we can't provide solutions to problems we will not analyze in more detail. And we need to get into those slums to understand what is the driver. Why do 200 people suddenly settle on this stage? What are they looking for? How many of them want to stay here permanently and why? How many of them just sleep and go? What is the activity that unites all of them? And if we understand that, it becomes very important planning tools for government.
We and urbanization as Africa. We are at the center of that development, and it's critical as African countries to determine our own agenda as far as urbanization is concerned.
The regional meeting provided a platform for Africa's cities and diverse stakeholders to share and reimagine approaches to regional urbanization in order to strengthen positive transitions and improve existing conditions.
The outcome of this meeting becomes very available for immediate use for the relevant line ministries and agencies dealing with urbanization in Nigeria. So that's one thing that's going to be very beneficial. There are new ideas, new thinking, and new practices in this area, which I think we need to adopt as a matter of urgency because of the housing deficit that we have.
As with all Habitat 3 thematic and regional meeting, the declaration resulting from the meeting will be included as an official input and contributions to the Habitat 3 preparatory process. The Abuja Declaration will be in support of the final outcome of the Habitat 3 conference to be held in Quito, Ecuador, in October 2016.
Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.
My name is Sadia Aminu, Urban Shelter Limited. I want to take this opportunity to endorse Housing Development Program on AIT. It's a fantastic program that looks at providing information, interesting facts regarding the housing industry in Nigeria at present. It's something that you will definitely take home from. So please key in, pay attention, and enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thanks for staying tuned to Housing Development. The FCDA in 2012 demolished 572 housing units at Minanwal Estate, situated along Airport Road in Abuja. The chairman of the Senate Committee on the Federal Capital Territory, Dino Melaye, has revealed how the plots of land where 572 housing units were demolished were shared among senators and members of House of Representatives of the 7th National Assembly. He vowed to fight what he described as injustice. It could be recalled that in September 2012, the Federal Capital Development Authority demolished 572 housing units situated along Airport Road, Abuja. Senate Committee on the Federal Capital Territory recently disclosed that preliminary investigations into the demolished 572 housing units in Abuja revealed that former senators and members of House of Representatives Committee on FCT benefited from demolished estates.
The Joint Committee on FCT vis-à-vis Senate Committee and House of Representatives Committee on FCT frowned at that time, and these are extras from that report, frowned at the demolition exercise carried out by the Development Control Department of the FCTA when investigation on the issue was not concluded by the Joint Committee. What happened, according to these reports, is that when the Joint Committee was still investigating this matter and have summoned all stakeholders concerned, FCTA went ahead before the conclusion of the investigation to demolish the 572 housing units.
Senator Dino Melaye, who expressed his disappointment, explained that the demolished estate plots of land were reallocated to senators and reps who served in the 7th Assembly in FCT Committee.
Then, according to the joint committees, the general impression is that the properties were demolished because some plots in the districts were allocated to members of the National Assembly. For me, it will be a big shame that a committee that was investigating a crisis situation between an investor and the FCT, then that same committee became the beneficiary of the same land.
He promised that after further investigations, if the accusations are true, there will be an order for the immediate revocations of the land.
Of that same land. The same land was, you destroyed 572 houses and then allocated the same land to senators. That one is already an infringement on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this committee will not, we are not judging your case, but we are saying that particular act, if it is true, is not acceptable. And we will not support it, we will not promote it, and we will further investigate. If we find out that it is an established fact, before we even move further, we will order for the revocation, immediate revocation of that land from any senator who has benefited in the past.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
Hey, are you tired of all the hassles you go through living as a tenant? Don't worry, the opportunity to own a home is finally here. Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited, the leading primary mortgage bank in Nigeria, has launched its all-new product, Platinum Fast Track Mortgage. Register now by opening an account, choose from the list of available houses, meet other requirements as stipulated by the bank, and guess what? The keys to your house will be yours within 48 hours. The Platinum Fast Track Mortgage Plan is very easy and convenient, and your repayment can be spread for up to 25 years at a low interest rate.
We have limited housing units.
Walk into any branch of Platinum Mortgage Bank nationwide and get registered to own a home today. Hurry now, because it's first come, first serve. For inquiries, call Kola on 0803-820-4933 or Ijoma on 0803-678-8618.
Visit www.pmbl-ng.com.
Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited, from hope to home.
Alright, you can be a proud homeowner of a 2-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom terrace duplex, 3-bedroom semi-detached, or a 4-bedroom bungalow at Rock City Estates, developed by Rock of Ages Properties. It is so easy to own your own home at Rock City because you rent to own. The payment terms are so flexible. It can be spread up to 25 years. To get started, all you've got to do is call the numbers displayed on your TV screen. Here's a quick one from Rock City.
Rock of Ages Properties Limited is developing unique and affordable 100,000 housing units through United Workers Housing Scheme in collaboration with Trade Union Congress across all the 36 states of the Federation, starting from the Federal Capital Territory. The project has commenced with 10,000 housing units in Rock City Airport Road and Rock City Day. The housing types include 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in a block, 2 and 3 terrace bungalow, 3 and 4 bedroom terrace duplex, 4 bedroom semi-detached duplex, 4 bedroom detached duplex, and 5 bedroom fully detached duplex, built with state-of-the-art facilities, centralized water supply system, tarred roads, walkways and drainages, round-the-clock power supply, ample parking spaces, street lights, mega shopping mall with multifunctional facilities, recreational facilities, and lots more. Payment for subscribers is spread over a period of 20 years. For inquiries or application process, please visit www.roaproperties.com or call 0802-633-3633, 0802-035-0170 or 0805-584-1099. Rock City, building affordable homes across Nigerian cities.
Okay, remember that the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDEN, the umbrella body of real estate developers in Nigeria, is organizing a 2-day intensive workshop in collaboration with Center for Housing Studies, University of Lagos, on the 9th to the 10th of March 2016 at Musa Yorada Center, Abuja. For exhibition and participation, call REDEN contact numbers displayed on your TV screen.
Our housing sector have had some challenges over the years. And when we did an analysis of the challenges, we discovered along the line that competency issues were involved. People were not prepared for the level of role they were supposed to play, either as artisans or either as entrepreneurs or as real estate developers. That is why we have this 2-day workshop. I'd like to use this opportunity to let Nigerians, especially developers and those who are playing in the housing sector, that a time such as this, where there appears to be problem in the economy, is a time for resourcefulness. It's a time for information. It's a time for competency enhancement, so that we can be able to cope better. You find out that, like they say, there's ability in every disability. We'll be in a position at the workshop to define issues, answer our questions, and create a pathway, a roadmap that will make sure that this industry, this vital need of man, comes to the forefront of the developmental agenda of this government. And it's better for us to come with as many as 2-3 members of staff or management staff, and let us be able to discuss holistically. This is the first in the series, and secondly, you will be given certification. And as time goes on, if you are not certified as having been properly trained and have the competencies, some of the financial institutions will not be able to give you the loan you are asking for. Because it's only in Nigeria that somebody is not certified to manage a facility and is given a facility. As time is changing, that will change. So we'd like to invite rather members, non-members to come around. The time once more is on 9th and 10th of March. The venue is Yaradua Center, Abuja. We welcome all of you. We take off by 9 a.m. on 9th of March 2016. And welcome you, and we love you, and we ask that God will grant you all journey messages as you come. Thank you.
Over the years, Solignum is the only wood preservative with a global recognition for everlasting protection. Solignum preserves and kills termites instantly. Identify with the world's #1 wood preservative with seal and proof of quality. Every wood is invulnerable to termites and reptiles with Solignum. Solignum, the only wood preservative you can trust for everlasting protection.
My name is Amachi Chinaiwayo. I'm the MD of Songold Estate Limited. I endorse this housing development program. This is a program that enables viewers to have access to good information on real estate here in Abuja and across the country. Please keep watching.
You're still tuned to housing development. Why some Nigerians have no access to anything close to decent accommodation? The number of completed, tastily furnished, unoccupied structures is steadily on the increase across major towns and cities in the country, and Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, is no exception. Unoccupied houses have become common sights in highbrow areas in Abuja. Why are these houses empty? What should be done? That is across on Housing Matters.
These people that build all these houses, you can imagine somebody that will tie so much wealth in these houses without bringing in occupants, either to sell or to rent. It means that the source of this money is somewhat illegitimate. If he suffers before he gets his money, definitely he must expect returns. But the way these houses are, you can imagine somebody can tie so much money there and allow the houses to be wasting for 2, 3 years, 5 years without occupants. It's alarming. In fact, it's very, very disturbing. Now, the government must impose heavy tax to make sure that these people, either they bring in occupants or they pay the government. And by doing that, the price of the house will come down.
It is very important that government should start enforcing property tax. Government should start making people to pay taxes, especially on unoccupied houses. There are a lot of estate houses which have been constructed, fully constructed without being occupied for years, decades. They don't care. People who build these houses, they don't mind if they are rented in 1 year, 2 years or 3 years. They keep it empty. But if government start enforcing the property tax law, making people to pay tax on their properties, they will start renting it out, reducing the rent so that they can even get people to occupy it and start paying tax on it. That will also reduce the cost and sufferings of the people in terms of housing in Nigeria.
Are you ready, Nigeria, for the largest home expo in West Africa, the 10th Abuja Housing Show, coming through from the 4th to 6th July 2016 at the International Conference Center, Abuja, Nigeria. The show will feature a stakeholders conference on financing affordable housing, presentation and exhibition of new building technology, mortgage services and other housing products. This event is powered by FESADEP Communications, owners of Housing Program on AIT, NTA and Housing Time on Raypower. For bookings, inquiries and advert placement, call 0816-657-0090 or 0806-458-9303. Abuja Housing Show, your best way to Nigerian housing market.
Alright, in many ways, a vacant property is more susceptible to property damage and criminal activities. There are several dangers associated with vacant buildings. It is important to understand these dangers and take immediate steps to prevent them. The following tips will guide you.
Housing tips for landlords with unoccupied properties. In many ways, a vacant property is more susceptible to property damage and criminal activities. There are several dangers associated with vacant buildings. It is important to understand these dangers and take immediate steps to prevent them. Theft. One of the major exposures facing vacant properties is theft. Thieves know no one is inside, so they select vacant properties since there is a lower likelihood of being caught. Even if the building is completely empty of all contents, thieves may still strike to steal copper pipings or other valuable building components. Make sure there is nothing valuable for thieves to take in case they do strike your vacant property. Vandalism. Another major concern for vacant building owners is vandalism. People will break into vacant buildings for a number of reasons, and if given enough time, can cause significant damage. Vandals find vacant buildings to be easy targets. The level of damage can range from something relatively minor like broken light bulbs to extreme amounts of graffiti. Trespassing or squatting. People often break into vacant properties to engage in more nefarious illicit activities. The longer a squatter stays in a vacant property, the higher the possibility that large levels of trash and waste will be left behind. Secure openings. Make sure all doors, windows, and other openings are secured properly. Wind, rain, and other form of weather can enter buildings through these openings and cause damage. So make sure they are properly secured and routinely inspected for signs of vulnerability.
My name is Chief Dr. A.C. Okafo, Chairman of Chikasim Group. So my message to Nigerian workers is to keep on watching housing program.
Are you looking to buy a new home or get a mortgage, or you just want to refurnish your home? Are you into home interiors or any type of building materials? Are you a realtor looking to showcase your properties and development in a worldwide platform? Here's an opportunity to meet with most state governments and housing related agencies in Nigeria, an avenue to present new products and innovative services, to make direct sales, direct buying at discounted rates, and settle with a mortgage bank or an estate developer at a goal. That is the 10th Abuja Housing Show. Don't miss it. The largest housing expo in West Africa, coming up from the 4th to the 6th of July 2016 at International Conference Center, Abuja. For participation or exhibition of your products and services, don't hesitate to call Abuja Housing Show contact numbers below.
I'm excited about the upcoming 10th Abuja Housing Show. This is a program that we as an industry can use to voice our opinion, to let our presence felt, not only in Nigeria but globally. So congratulations and well done for the good job.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Until next Tuesday, God bless Nigeria. Bye-bye.
Housing Development Program, yeah. Housing Development Program.